Hello everybody, this is loading again, and we're back in it with Farm Together. So today I wanted to go over ways to make money where you only have to plant or provide the item one time, and then it just keeps providing resources rather than vegetables and fruits or vegetables and things like that that you have to reharvest every time. Um, for example, over here, these strawberries, these have to be reharvested every time. Um, After you plant them or harvest them, you see it right here, and then you got to replant them. So, I mean, there's going to be things that you're going to have to do that with to fulfill the quests and make sure that you're leveling up your things. But I wanted to concentrate in this video on things that you only have to plant once. For example, flowers. So I'll pull this, harvest it. As you can see, the grass is still there. These flowers will bloom in 1 hour and 59 minutes. It'll require some water at some point to bring the time down. Now with these, correct myself, with these, time does not go down. They're just worth more from what I understand. I have not tested it to find out how much more they are worth. I really haven't had the time to do it. So, if anybody else has, shoot some information to the comments below, and we'll see. This way, everybody will be informed. Animals are another good source. Now, some animals. That horse will find his way back in, I'm sure, eventually. Now, some animals are super, super expensive to take care of if you have large amounts. So, for example, these horses, not going to take that much. 24,000 to feed them. They're good. You come over to the chickens. 240, 790, 3.78, so 4, 5, 6,000. So approximately 6,500 to feed all these chickens. Now, while we're here, we'll go ahead and harvest them. Ooh, that's working for a request. Oh, I need that. I need 2 more. Okay, good. I'm waiting to get that quest taken care of. Okay. Goats, again, not super expensive. Let's harvest that, and then we'll feed them. About 15,500 around that area. We'll go ahead and harvest these guys. Okay. They don't need to be fed anymore. The pigs, again, not a huge amount. So we can go ahead and put 600, 3.4. I want to fill this up. This is a feeder. It'll feed them over time. The feeder does cost ribbons. It's 4 ribbons. You can give additional food to animals in exchange for resources. So go ahead and finish feeding these guys. Again, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So, I mean, these are okay, but these are good because, yeah, you're spending money on feeding them, but you only have to put them down once, and then you just keep harvesting from them. Alright, so here's some more pigs we can get this from. These are kind of expensive. It seems to be the more expensive the animal, the more it takes to feed them, the more money it takes to feed them. Now we're going to run over here to my cows. Now this is something that I don't suggest you do for a while until you've got at least $1 million in your bank, because feeding cows in a large amount is super expensive. I've got probably 100 cows. So let me go ahead and harvest one and put the 30. I guess to be like 36,000 a throw, but we'll see. Harvest. There's 3.48, 3.48, 15,000, 15,000. And you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, food times 6 or food times 5. That's how many more times you have to feed them. So I mean, you're talking, you know, at this point, 30,000 a pop, which started at 6. That's 180,000 right off the bat, not including everything else you can do. But again, I mean, having cows is a great resource. You know, obviously the cows will give you milk. You can store the milk and turn the milk into cheese. And then you can sell the cheese at the cheese stand. I believe it's a 10-to-1 ratio. 10 milk per 1 cheese. And, I'm sorry, 10 milk per 1 cheese. When you sell that cheese at the cheese stand, you are going to get a ribbon. Kind of like with the apples making into the jam. So let's go ahead and go back here. So even though you're spending a lot on the resources for the cows in regards to food, it's still going to be a big money maker, but you've got to have the money to do it, or else you're not going to be able to do anything else. So if you do this and you don't have $1 million, and there have been times where I went and fed all my animals, and it cost me, 800,000 coins to feed everybody, to feed all the animals. I didn't have money. I was just sitting, not doing nothing, waiting for stuff to be able to harvest, just so I can get some money. It wasn't a fun process. It really was not. So, I mean, this is the way that I have found that works best. Again, if anybody has any other suggestions or ideas, put the information in the comments below so we can all learn. So we're going to go ahead and finish these guys. I mean, harvesting them, not feeding them. Okay, so we'll throw some more food down. We'll fill them up on food. Now we can go ahead here, and if you hit tab, you'll see we have 255 out of 770 milk. Now, you also want to make sure that you keep some milk in your inventory, and I'll show you why here in a second. Hopefully we'll have some in our inventory after this. Yeah, they're only taking 25 apiece, so we're going to go over here, collect these. Okay, so now we've turned our milk into cheese, and we can go here. We're a 9 out of 10, so we don't have enough resources. So it's going to be 10 cheese for 1 ribbon. But another thing that you want to make sure of, let's go to my house, that you want to keep some cheese in your inventory, because, let me zoom in, I don't like that view, there we go. When you go here, there's going to be items that you're going to need cheese for. Like that took 3 cheese. The tiramisu will take 3 cheese and 20 eggs every time. While we're here, we might as well play the piano and get the tickets. Or work on getting the tickets, I should say, from it. And we can do our painting. Again, these are 3 and 4 step processes. For these things, they come available. I think it's one every 15. Yeah, about 18 minutes on the easel, and about 15 minutes on the piano. So let's. And again, that's another thing that you only put down once. It's a 3-step process, but you earn tickets, which tickets can be used to pay your farm hands that you're going to use to collect the apples that we talked about in the last video for your apple farm, which is back behind here. And we'll go to the map, and you can see that these guys are not working at all. So let's take a look and see. Those blue dots were them. Let's zoom out, and we'll see if it's because they've already done. Yep, it looks like they're done. But we're going to go ahead and pay them again, because like I said, it stacks. So now he's paid for another hour. So if he had a half hour left, now he'll work for an hour and a half. So pay this guy. It'd be nice in the game if you could pick your own farm hands, but it could just kind of randomize it for you. And I think I got one more up here I gotta pay. Yeah, over here. So we'll have those paid up. We've already talked about that. Okay, so now these are the vegetable stands and the flower stands. So you're going to collect, let's see, flowers. We have 439 out of 500 up in the top right of that window. So we're going to go ahead and collect these. It'll take away 240 and give me 60 diamonds. So this is one way that you can keep your diamonds up. Now that's the fruit shop. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fruit shops. I did not realize this was prior to me learning about the jam. And at this point, you know, if I collect from one, you know, I get 60 diamonds. I've got 4,200 diamonds right now. I don't need diamonds. I need to make sure I keep my tickets up and my ribbons up. So eventually I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the fruit shops, maybe just keep one of them. Fish I'll always do, because as of right now I have not seen anything else that you can do with fish. It's not like there's a sushi shop or anything like that. Same thing with the nuts and the eggs, and these are back to the fruit shop. So we're sitting at 2,000, around 2,000 fruit. So we're going to go ahead and go to the fruit press, press down this fruit into some jam while we're here, and get this out of the way. And go ahead and pay him some overtime and put him in overdrive. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we went ahead and completed the overtime mission. Now we're going to go ahead and sell that. And we're going to sell some jars here. Now remember, this is minus 10 jars plus 1 ribbon and 40 XP. Oops. For each one of those that we do here at the jam stands. Now we have 15 fruit left and only 5 jams, so we've pretty much cleared out our inventory. Last night's video I had, or at some point yesterday, I don't know if it was during the video or not, at some point yesterday I had, if you look towards the third column all the way down, those are your gold nuggets. And I traded in 50 of them yesterday, I think it was. So you know, we're doing pretty good on the collection of the gold nuggets. Now the gold nuggets are random, so you seem to get more of the higher levels that you are. Sorry, let's get back to the point. So we're back here. We're at these plants. These plants will not need to be re-put down. So these are a great thing to go ahead and have in your farm, especially if you're looking for something to plant overnight while you're sleeping. Because remember, time does pass while you're not here. So we're going to go ahead and harvest these. I'll go ahead and harvest these strawberries and stuff later. Oh, and fish. Fish is another thing. You don't have to feed them. All you do is fish. So ponds are another great thing to grow or to have on your farm. This way you're getting resources, plus you're getting a bunch of coins. That's 2,600 plus. That's too short. So we'll go over here. You're getting some XP, and you're getting some fish out of the deal. You can sell those at your fish markets that we had over there. So, trying to think what else you don't have to replant or redo. Oh, the trees. But I mean, the trees are pretty self-explanatory. We were in those last night in the apple tree, in the apple farm video. Keep them in groups. One thing I do, I will tell you, if you put them side by side like this, you can still. This is a bad example. This I can do 6 times. If you stay by the middle tree, you can still do 9 squares at a time. It makes it really easy when you're harvesting trees. I try not to put anything in. I try to put everything in increments of 3. So just to make farming and harvesting a little bit easier. I try not to put a 4th row because then you're wasting fuel to go back to get that last row. Fuel in this is not hard to come by, obviously, since I've got the gas stations, but it just seems pointless to just go back for 1 row, especially if you're constrained for time. Haven't learned much yet about the beehives. When I do, I will let you know. And obviously I know I'm getting 1 honey, but I don't know if you can turn the honey into anything else. So I'm going to do some more research on that before I throw a video up about it. Make sure we're trying to give as much accurate information as possible. And we'll go ahead and go from there. So that is all about things that you can put in your farm that you don't have to repurchase or reharvest or anything like that. Just an extra way to keep some money going. So if you like the video, please smash the thumbs up button. And if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please put them in the comment section below. Again, my name is Loading, and I will see you on the next video of Farm Together. Have a good day.